Hello, let's talk veils. I'm Gaea Lady. These are my veils. This video is all about the small ones. So these are the veils that are smaller and much more able to be wielded in tinier spaces. I have a big studio here, but perhaps you have a smaller studio or a tiny venue and you want to have something that doesn't smash all over or you trip on or knock your patrons' drinks over or smash into your ceiling fan. So these small ones are for you. So first, let's get into the unweighted. My MO is the weighted veils, but I want to show you these unweighted circles. This is a half circle, ultra lightweight smoke pattern. I hand dye these all myself and I love it. 108 inches long, 45 inches wide, and ultra lightweight. So this one flows very air-like without any weights in it. For a difference, this is a watery veil, and this is an 8 mom lightweight. Okay, same size, 108 by 45, but it flows just a little different. Maybe a little like water, has a little more heft to it. And also holds up against pulls or runs over time. So those are both half circles. Half circle weighted. This is an ultra lightweight, same size, 108 by 45, and I've added a weight into it. And so this changes the way it can be wielded with one hand a lot easier. And we get this lead edge that carries. So this is a single weighted half circle. Now, we have a pair of weighted half circles. And so these are so much fun. And I also recommend you to be a little more experienced at using both hands and at using veils before you try two. So these are 108 by 45 and they're ultra lightweight. And so I can split them and then I have beautiful, huge wings. But with two, you have to be extra careful for them not to get tangled together. And these are pretty big to do doubles with, so you can really only do big movements and not so many tiny internals. But the effect is unparalleled. Almost square veil. This is 8 mom lightweight. It's about 4 feet by 45 inches. Okay, so 48 by 45, and it has a tail. The tail helps it to zoom a little bit easier, not get caught on itself. And the tail on the flags gives it kind of a rounded quality, even though it's mostly a square while it moves. So the smaller flags are excellent because you can do fast, technical, and specific work with it, right? They don't have as much coverage as the other veils, but you can do a lot more tech with them because you can internally rotate them and do fast. We have a similar, but this one right here has a little bit longer of a breadth. Still 45 inches long, but this one is about 5.5 feet long. I'm sorry, 5.5 feet long by 45 inches wide, okay? It's about the same as that black one, but the little bit of an extra length just gives it a different shape. Less of this roundedness and a little more of this flame quality. Okay? And so likewise, this one can go nice and quick. Or slow. Okay, so these are great for small spaces. I have this kind of a forked ending. Okay, this is a pennant shape, you would say. Okay, and so this is, once again, 45 inches, and this is the lightweight 8 mom, right? And so this has this tail, which ends up giving you a cool forked feeling, right? And following itself. The tail on the inside of the hand kind of ends up hanging out by the arm and creating a ribbon effect. So it's like you have a ribbon at the end of your veil, okay? So this allows for as much of the technical stuff because that ending, this little fork right here, is nice and light and small. And so you still get this cool extra effect. Flame veils, and you can see that I've cut the edges to look like flame. They're big, and so whenever you do doubles, you need to make sure you train your second hand. So when you do the doubles, you have to make sure that you don't get them tangled. You always have to go one way and then the other. But this is all things that I teach in the tech classes. But the doubles are a great way for brain expansion. And these are kind of big for doubles, but they have an amazing effect. To go even smaller with flags, the smaller you go with flags, the techier you can get. And you can start to do more poi movements, more double, more patterns, without them getting tangled in each other. So these are a step smaller than the flame veils, right? And you can see how the tails at the end of them give them this beautiful round feeling, almost like petals, okay? And so individually, right, these are about 4 feet long with this tail by 45, okay? And they have this nice rounded edge at the other side. So they flow really, really easily. Smaller, this is about as small as I would go for double flags to still get the big effect. You can go smaller even and have little guys, like little flowing handkerchiefs, and that's really fun. So we have these. Right, which flow, they have a nice whip and they can go really fast. So these are straight up rectangles and they're about 3 feet by 2.5 feet, okay? So they are fun and great for small spaces. You can also just use one flag, sometimes in a really little space. One piece of fabric is all you need. So I hope this answered your questions about sizes, shapes, styles, and different ways to activate. So let me know what you desire and let's get creating. I hand dye all of these veils and I could do many more different patterns, styles, and shapes than you see, like panel skirts, double weighted capes, full on robes. So just get creative in there. That's what it's all about. So from my heart to yours, thank you for watching and let me know what you desire. Let's start a special order.